Sky from sKaiHIGhaming here. Today, talking about hero guides. Dota 2 has a lot of options to choose. They range from dated and default item options with no skill builds included from Valve, from who knows when, to user-submitted guides, or even Dota Plus, should you subscribe to it. Now, today, we present a new option, crafted in collaboration with many Divine and Immortal players who were gracious enough to come forward and help after the initial collapse of the Tortellini Hero Guide project. And our goal of this new project was to remove the ambiguousness behind the why and when for building a hero a certain way. The typical guide you'll find is broken into 3 or 4 parts: starting items, early game, core items, and maybe extension, luxury, or situational items. They all kind of come off the same relative meaning anyway when it comes to those things. But our new format follows a similar approach, however, looks to remove those vague categories. Our guides start with starting items, your early game, and your core items. But we transition to other situational ways to present our items, being self-survivability items, team survivability items, more damage items, and more control items. Now, there may be item duplicity across those categories, but that's really just to emphasize the abstractness of how those items could be useful for you within a game of Dota 2. So, while the starting items are meant to help you through the right before up to the rune and the early couple minutes of the match, the early game items are going to look to get you to that build up to getting your core items. Core items will make your heroes feel a little bit more relevant, and items that will be within the other 4 categories will typically need to be acquired to make it so that your core items are more effective. So that could be a Black King bar under self-survivability, or maybe an Aeon Disc under that same category. Or it could be a Force Staff that's under team survivability, or a Glimmer Cape in that same category. Now, that isn't to say that any of the items that would be in this team survivability option wouldn't be relevant for just yourself, but it's more to emphasize the fact that it's useful for everyone. Now, items that you're going to find under more damage and more control are going to do just that. Damage items could be things that are just flat damage, they could be attribute-based damage, or they could be things that just kind of increase your farming speed or attack speed. And items that you'll find under more control will be more suited to roots, disables, catches, leashes, sheep sticks, silences, or even boots of travel to help your playstyle across the whole map. It'll also have like sentries, dust, those sorts of good things. Please take a look at the 116 now published hero guides with alternate builds and playstyles for select heroes to be published in the upcoming weeks. As we get community support, we'll be working towards our next big project, a video series of 5-minute or less excerpts that help illustrate our written guides better. These are going to be games taken from Divine and Immortal tier matches, just showing first-hand execution of these spell combinations we're referring to, along with showing situations where alternate itemizations, talent trees, or playstyles may be necessary in order to succeed in the game. Now, to help garner community support, I'm restarting my free daily coaching services, and soon after, we'll be resuming educational evening workshop series events, such as our in-house event called Teach You Tuesday, where we had it that each team had a coach for the match. So it was a 5-on-5 with a coach on each side, and those coaches were able to offer really good information and detail to the players to help them get through the game in a far more active sense, maybe helping them with positioning and items and how to approach a fight, or if the team is behind, how can they maybe not be behind anymore, things like that. And then afterwards, we're going to have the games have a post-game wrap-up with the commentators, since these games are going to be casted, being able to talk to the coaches about what went right or what went wrong at various points in the game, and they'll be able to talk about how the players communicated or responded across the map. So it's a lot of fun for the players, coaches, and casters involved. You won't want to miss it. Come on into room 322. The Dota Doc is here. Class is in session.